His wife works for Fusion GPS.
No, we're talking about him.
Right, his wife. But
I'm not talking about his wife.
wait a minute. But they share the same financial pool. Okay, so she worked for Fusion GPS, and that's the firm that invented this fake. They call it even the use of dossier.
This is the company.
Why does everybody use the word dossier?
They commissioned the collection of information to see what Trump was doing in Russia. GPS commissioned the collection of information to see what kind of business Trump was doing in Russia.
Okay.
And what the thing came back to say, we found stuff that goes beyond what you wanted to find out. So we have to inform the authorities.
That's just what. That's like saying. That's one side of it. That's like saying Putin doesn't suppress journalists in Russia.
He does.
He said he doesn't. My point is, I'm trying to flip it around the analogy to expand the framing, so that the tobacco companies, right? The tobacco companies, when they do research, they, you have to be skeptical. Right. So you're essentially being a lobbyist for Fusion GPS.
That they cannot contest. There's this thing called science that said these are facts. Smoke is dangerous.
Right.
Look at the facts.
Right.
So science come back and say, I don't care what your opinion is, I don't care you paint this, there are facts, not alternative facts. Facts, science, hard numbers.
But the only, our whole judicial system is based on alternative facts. It's the Socratic method. The Socratic method.
Alternative fact is an invention.
No, it's not. The Socratic method.
Facts are facts.
No.
There's no alternative facts.
Okay, if I'm looking at, if I'm standing on the other side of the moon and I'm saying it's a fact that that the Earth doesn't exist, okay?
That's not a fact. You don't know yet.
Right. Well.
Because you are on the side of the moon.
Okay.
But then you go on the other side of the moon, you see the moon. That's a fact. Now you see the Earth. That's a fact. But standing beside the moon and say the Earth doesn't exist, it's not a fact. Okay. You haven't checked that.
So, media outlets that call Trump a racist, or try to hallucinate.
Based on what he says, yeah.
No, not what he says. That's an opinion. That's not a fact. There's no fact.
Everything he says every day. Look what he says.
No, it's not. No, it's because you're preconditioned. You have a confirmation bias. I don't see it racist at all. I see. Okay, this is. I grew up in a situation. My mom was from Japan. She says she doesn't like using labels. Why am I being forced to use labels again?
No. So we are reading what he's saying, and we are hearing what he says on video.
Yeah, but then you're imagining him being a racist because of it. Muslim isn't a race, right?
Right.
Mexico is a country, not a race.
Mexican?
Mexican's not a race. It's not a race.
Mexico is a country.
It's a country. Mexican is a national American.
Mexico, yeah.
Is it more racist to call somebody Canadian or Mexican? Right.
Same.
They're just it's a political distinction.
I'm not saying that he's a racist because he called them Mexican.
No, my point is that
shithole countries, that's racist.
What's that?
When he says shithole countries, that's racist.
We don't know that he said that.
Oh, we don't know that.
No.
Okay. Because
That was all conjecture.
On a camera. Okay.
No. Wait. He said no. He specifically said he did not say shithole.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying.
I'm glad I have this conversation.
I know exactly. Show me the fact. See, the fact is you imagine it.
Facts out there.
You imagine. Okay, show me the fact that he said shithole. That he said shithole country. He said he probably called it a derogatory term, and somebody threw out.
When he made the comment about Charlottesville, he said either side, both sides.
Okay, but
that's racist.
But hold on, no.
No.
Okay, time out.
Morally equivalent.
No, he did not. No, he didn't. He said there were not everybody in Charlottesville were bad people.
Find people on each side, on either side, on both sides.
There are right.
He's made an equivalence between the two.
No, wait a minute. Okay, first of all, Charlottesville was set up by a Marxist, Kessler.
Really?
Okay,
The white people came there because Marxists told them.
The Third Reich.
Because protesters learned that they were doing a demonstration.
No. What they did. I saw how it formed. All right. This guy named Kessler, who was a BLM. Okay.
You know for a fact, or you?
I know for a fact.
Kessler. How do you know there's a fact?
Because it's been widely reported. No, widely reported.
Why it's been widely reported?
Well, because he posted this stuff. No, because he posted it on his Facebook. That
Facebook is not a source of information.
I don't know the dude, and so my point is,
I can have a Facebook page. Put whatever I want there. People
but you know that communists, as a rule, use what do they call it? People who provocateurs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what happened here. As they said, like right now, they're still. But that's the ploy that's going on right now. Socialism, communism, same. It's just their siblings, their stepsister, whatever. It's just National Socialism. See, I see the political spectrum as being totalitarianism and United States on opposite poles. All right. So right and left used to be the pendulum swings back and forth. Now we're having the pendulum stuck up here near socialism because because they're ignoring what it was like to be in East Germany in '88. I went there in '90.
That's a different story.
No, because if we knew the horrors and what it was like.
I'm from Europe.
Okay, so you understand how they rip the soul when they're talking about equality. They're not talking about this equality. They're talking about the lowest common denominator, where if they're talking about Hunger Games, is what they're talking about.
I think you're moving in a different territory.
Okay,
Anyway,
in any case, my point was no, that's good. So what we did come to agreement of was that there were different. Hey there,
we're having
America 2020.
Let me tell you what's
America
going on.
20.
Let me tell you
Why
what's going
white
on
supremacists? No, keep the camera going. Why
keep the camera on.
white supremacists?
Let me tell you, this is the most important thing that we need now. We are talking. Okay? This is the most important thing that
Hey, my name's Tai, by the way.
Tai?
Yeah.
Wade.
Try not to hallucinate what you think that I am.
Well, you're in support of white supremacy.
No, I'm not. Why would you think that?
Here's the thing. So give me a reason for
Okay.
supporting until this day right now.
Because I want you to be able to pursue your happiness, and I'm here to support those civil liberties, so that you can so you can pursue your happiness. I put myself at risk with the dudes who are the KKK of our day, the Antifa. There's the dudes who wear the masks, make false accusations.
Antifa is the KKK?
Yes, Berkeley's the Alt Selma.
Oh my God, we're okay.
Yes.
It's getting complicated.
Okay, listen, I'm not part of Antifa.
All right. Well, they're Marxists.
You call them the modern day KKK.
Yes.
When Trump last year couldn't, what happened in Charleston?
Right.
He couldn't even
What he said was there were good people on both sides.
Which is complete bullshit.
DSA was there. Guess who celebrated after Heather Heyer got killed?
That's the issue.
No.
Why are you?
Duke is celebrated.
Wait a minute.
David Duke
Good
celebrated.
people on both sides?
My point is Marxists were there. Okay, I don't think consider Marxists.
Have you ever been to
Massive
South Carolina?
pacifist.
No. I've been to Georgia. My family's from Kentucky. My mom's from Japan.
Right.
There were pacifists.
I don't have a concept of white supremacy because I think it's an invention. I think you're my peer. I think she's my peer. I think you're my peer.
See, that's why I think some of you are so out of touch.
Right, but I wish we could increase that dialogue. That's all.
Yeah, but
that's why we're talking.
That's why we're talking. But
right, and I appreciate you taking the time. So seriously, I want to learn my air, or I want to be able to leave a bird seed to have it either be consumed or sprout into better information.
Right. No. But yeah, the fact that he couldn't condemn those people last year, that's complete bullshit.
Okay. To put somebody in a situation where you're compliant to somebody else's behavior standards.
Wait, and also hold on. It's more than just that. It's the constant retweets of bullshit from very right-wing people in the UK,
Tommy Robinson.
What's up?
Tommy Robinson.
Yeah, and just.
Yeah, but he got served jail because he was outside a courtroom and he got thrown in jail for trying to show the harm of protecting a pedophile in the British judicial system, right? Okay, I don't know the dude. I just saying that's a fact. That's what he got. So in Britain, I know that they don't have First Amendment rights there, and you can't. And I agree with that to a certain extent because I don't think that it's very difficult to. It's very difficult. The harm from a false accusation is irreparable. That's what the British are dealing with. But I consider the British a constitutional monarchy. And I don't want to have to, every law that they pass has to be blessed off by the Queen. I don't want to live under that situation.
Who's that?
That's the truth.
By the way,
that's the truth.
With the situation with the UK.
In the UK, no, by
the royal monarchy hardly has any power.
They have to. She has to bless she has to sign off on every law that gets passed by the Parliament. Okay, when you find that out, just fact check it.
I grew up in the UK.
When you fact check it, you're going to be amazed. All right. If not, I'll apologize to you.
You don't need to apologize.
Okay. But I did check it, and that's my understanding from when I did the deep dive.
Right.
In any case.
To conclude, you guys are very welcome to be here. Very welcome to bring around flag and signs. You're very safe, I tell you.
It's not safe. I want you to be free. I want people on their lunchtime to be able to have a political discussion. I want James Damore to be hired back here because he had an opinion that was fact-based. And he sourced it, and it was inter-office memo and all that stuff. So
are you here in regards to the whole Google?
No, that's the thing. They had this plan weeks
They
before.
were complaining
They had this plan weeks before. We're here because we put ourselves at risk to be rabbits, if you will, the analogy of a rabbit, like coursing. Did you ever see Snatch? So we're here to put ourselves in harm's way so that you're able to pursue happiness. No, not here. No, this is an example. No, we are because we don't know what's
visible.
You don't know what's going to happen online. For example, one of the people who we were here with yesterday got banned on Facebook for 30 days because he said why Will Johnson got banned from Facebook yesterday or last night when he got back. And his message that they said that he banned was, he said, why when people hear monkey, do they think of black people? He goes, that's racist. And they put him.
I haven't.
No. My point is that's something that happened yesterday with one of the 7-8 people that we were here yesterday. The day before that, what I did was I'm using artificial intelligence. What I'm doing is I'm creating long strips of graphics with a whole bunch of things, so that it creates artificial intelligence exceptions where somebody has to go and read it and see whether blah blah blah. So I'm an electrical engineer. No, it's not, because I'm telling you that we're using things to try to keep that envelope. I know it's closing in, and we're trying to do things so your children will have an opportunity to have this discussion that we have today, that might not happen. In Berkeley, you can't wear this hat without getting attacked. That's Selma. That's my point. That's my point. Just by wearing a costume. You know, it used to be skin color. Now it's because they just assume because all the.
No.
Okay. In Kate Steinle.
And listen, I completely disagree.
You can see the analogy. You can comprehend the analogy. Okay.
That's where Trump's from.
Right.
But I'm saying I completely Berkeley for me personally is too. At some point, that's completely wrong for them to attack you. Hey, I disagree with it. You saw how I came up to you and I was kind of like laughing at you.
Yeah. I want to this is the thing is I want to look like an oaf, because then that gives an opportunity to have a conversation, because I want people to be curious or to be ridiculed, because I'll be able to.
No ridicule.
You haven't, but you understand. I would have the same way if I were younger. I mean, look at Ashton, who's trying to do journalism on the fly without writing a script. So she does things and she's repeating things 20, 30 times and the gal in the blonde. She's some of these. Yesterday they had 3.
I don't know who that is.
She's. Here, let me show you, because there's really no way to.
No.
No. You have to show you, because there's a whole McCarthyism thing going on.
Oh boy.
We're on a. That's me up here in the left-hand corner. Violence risk. This says I modified it and put the flag and stuff like that. It says report sightings. Basically, they call me a fascist.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Google Trump supporters.
It's not Trump. See, the thing is, we're not Trump supporters. We support America. We support America, and this president happens to support America also.
Yeah, we completely disagree on that.
I'm not voicing any opinion.
Basically, it's just it's just
They're walking around shared on Facebook.
No, it's whatever Antifa stuff. Here, I modified this one. So they come up with this stuff. My point is this stuff is already. So what I'm trying to do is I've already been damaged. I'm damaged goods. So now I'm trying to. Where before it was a noble thing, now it's an ignoble thing to stand up for civil liberties, because somebody believes that people in black masks are the good guys who use Molotov cocktails and force people out because they are falsely accusing them of being white supremacists or fascists. And I'm trying to, and so so my whole thing is I went through this. Here's the extremists to watch out for. So they consider me far right because I'm trying to have a good day, sir. Where some people understand. Yeah, in any case, I sat across the Berlin Wall and helped. So that's Ashton. She's here.
Oh, that's the
he
one
was
that
here.
you're
Here's Will
talking about?
Johnson.
Okay.
My point is who knows?
People are all here. Okay.
No, my point is who knows how they put it together. The
Right,
fact is they put it together and they put down a chase. This is the rabbit list.
Right,
This is the list to harm, and they probably get bonus points or some. This is disgusting.
Right. Yeah. Hey,
I'm sure they had something like. I'm sure the KK. I'm sure the
KK.
KK.
I don't
Right.
go on Facebook hunting.
My point is I'm illustrating
that's
to
the
you,
wrong place
but
to
this is why
find
now that
facts.
we use that as a jujitsu move or judo
Right,
move.
yeah.
That's saying that, well, since we're not damaged, it's like we have courage. Instead of attacking her boyfriend was a UC Berkeley College Republican who invited Milo, a comedian. He's not a freaking philosopher. He's a comedian. He's a comedian. The guy's a riot, right?
So where's
Hi there.
everybody else?
Hey there. They're back and forth. Marco car had a flat. So my name's Ty, by the way, or Taiho.
What's up?
I I need to grab.
Hi, Jessica. I'm Tom.
Hi.
Hi there. Let's walk back. So, in any case, Ty Decker, and they told me as Guy, but I've been doing this since 2008 when I realized that the media was focused on entertainment more than news. And so I supported President Obama when he was elected, but I soon realized that his policies were harming the United States, and
Yes,
I could go into it, but his policies were harming the United States. They had a feud with Fox News, okay? So, and they prevented him from attending. Whatever. So was CNN.
CNN.
They're all propaganda.
I don't read CNN.
Okay, what Fox News is they're there to sell advertisement of all of it, right?
Right.
Instead of the political environment where I thought that we idealize as being a marketplace of ideas, it's really whenever you hear somebody say that they're going to run for president, all they're trying to do is fundraise.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So right. So
But
that's
Trump is using his own money.
right. No. But we didn't mention Trump. My point was that he was talking about the mainstream media, and when you're saying propaganda, I can understand your point of view. At the same time, what Fox News tries to do is put a good faith foot forward, where CNN today is putting a bad faith.
What?
Good faith.
Good.
Fox News.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Conversation.
Right, exactly.
That does,
In any case, hey, we can continue this on
Listen,
I can exactly. But at least you know that but calling somebody a white supremacist is something that should be reserved for when you actually see somebody. Like, will Mel Brooks be considered a white supremacist because he was in Blazing Saddles?
Right. That kind of requires a deeper discussion. But
So
it is,
just be careful.
You know what Thomas Sowell said?
You
Calling somebody a white supremacist is like putting ketchup on everything. It stops the conversation. It stops the conversation.
hey, thanks for stopping though. That's it's repairing that social fabric was what this is about. Cheers. Yeah. I appreciate that, but we might not be welcome virtually. Well,
As long as you talk and you have an engagement with people and you have a conversation.
true.
You're always
Are the employees welcome to talk? Have a good day.
when people yell at each other.
Hey guys. Hey.
You heard that quote by Thomas Sowell, right?
No, it sounds like it.
I'm so worried.
Like putting ketchup on everything.
And I did a Trump supporter, and if we don't get the House and the Senate, I don't know what's going to happen. If those Democrats get back in, we're just screwed. We're going to get more of this censorship. We're going to be in censorship la-la land.
All right.
You know? Where are all the 17 people that were supposed to show up?
I don't know. I've been stuck. Not stuck. I've been conversing here for quite some time. There's Ashton.
Coming too.
I don't think Ben is. He couldn't get.
He said yesterday he was coming.
We were here yesterday.
I know.
Okay, yeah.
How do you guys know each other?
Because we all came together on March 4th and April 15th to put ourselves in between Antifa and those kids. And she was, her boyfriend and her were the people who stood up against Antifa.
We're the ones who invited Milo. We're the ones who invited people out there.
So.
Oh, BTW, the security guard said don't stop people to ask them questions that have badges on because it would interfere with their work. But if they stop and talk to you, that's all right, on their own. But don't try to engage them yourself. But if they stop and start talking to you, that's not a problem.
This is the guy that worked in the customer service department, the one with the blue guy.
Have a good day, sir. You should try to have a conversation. You might be educated someday.
Universities and everything, these kids have been indoctrinated.
I know. That's what we were noticing yesterday. Hey, sir. Sir, in the protocol, if somebody smirks, is that a communication? An invitation to communicate? I disagree.
You have the right.
That's all. I appreciate your help. I just have to break that confirmation bias that some of these folks have because they don't know where we're coming from. I guess this must be like if you go to Pyongyang and everybody's having a good time, that must be how most people think, you know? It's like, ooh, watch out, these guys are, they're here to spy on us. It's a campus. It's, I mean, I sold IBM, so we've had large campuses before too. So, I actually worked. In that case, have a good day, sir. You said this was Sun, huh? Back in the day, this was Sun campus. I think it was. I think because I called on him, it was the guys who did the supercomputers. Oh gosh, I'll think about it because they were one of my accounts. They actually specialized in multimedia. They were the super Apple of their day. Oh gosh. Yeah, exactly.
How long did you guys march yesterday?
I don't know, an hour, I think, right? Yeah. I think so what do we do for 3 hours? So no, I said, how long did you march yesterday? I think we were here for an hour. No, we marched. We're trying to repair social fabric and engage in a conversation. So as opposed to.
I teach fitness classes.
Right,
People don't talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm out there. I'm talking to people. I have an infowars sticker on my window, and I really my business going grocery shopping. This guy must have followed me and got out of his car and just literally started.
Yeah.
He obviously
See, they're hypnotized, isn't it?
Yeah, they're triggered.
Yeah, they're triggered.
Like, and then there was another time where old lady had her hands off
Right.
I'm from
How you doing, Ashton?
Good. And then she went down. Literally, I thought she was going to leave without her groceries. So they're triggered.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know this is a weird thing to say. Remember the days when they used to test our hearing and they would go and they would
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Beep. Yeah.
And oh, can you hear this? Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. A dog whistle.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do they human whistle? Because they're
I know. You know what they do?
with
Right.
frequencies.
Yeah. They could be. I think what it is more they do it with images. Similar mechanism. Yes, that's right. So similar mechanism.
There they are. There wasn't research on that.
What's that?
Look around Berkeley. Look what's around Berkeley.
All right.
Think about it.
How you doing, sir?
I was looking, what the hell are those things, you know? One guy came out, I said, what are they? He goes, half of these you don't even know what they are. Because they just, we own this, but we don't know who owns those.
Gosh, what is the computer company that?
You know what? It sucks because I feel like they're kids in the hospital.
God, they were the coolest company too back in their day. Shoot.
Oh
No,
no.
the computer company that. What?
Did you watch my latest video?
Yes. Well, most of it. The Nazi one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are aware that they've been having people on Facebook and Amazon, LinkedIn, Bilderberg Corporation.
Oh yeah, Bilderberg. Yeah, that's right.
Since 2009, and they're for nearly a century and only allowed people who are big thinkers, politicians, yada yada yada.
Hey,
people in tech.
Gene's the one who wanted me to carry a flag. I don't want to be. I feel like it. I feel like the stooge. I know, but.
At the time when these companies barely had any money, why did they Bilderberg?
It's like.
Hey, I brought my flag.
I know. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm just like. I thought that there was a reason why. It's just as opposed to me just being the flag bearer.
Oh, Ty, officially hit 150,000 by the way.
What's that?
Officially hit 150,000. Hasn't even been a year yet.
Awesome. Way to
I'm one
go.
of the fastest growing YouTube channels in the conservative movement right now.
Awesome. Way to go.
Oh, they finally gave me back my live streaming today.
I don't know what happened. Let me call Marco.
I'm just the newbie on the blog, so.
Yeah. This is. Yesterday I had a lot more energy.
I came yesterday, couldn't find you guys.
Oh really? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it said live, okay? So I'm like, okay, Jennifer, watch the video. I'm going to get over there. She goes, it died. And I go, maybe they're still walking around. When was it? I don't know, around 2? Were you guys still over here at 2? I didn't know where to go. And she wasn't clear about her address of where she was going to be. Censoring you. Do you like that? We gotta pray for Trump.
Yeah, we do.
Big time. We need to repent. afraid. That's what's wrong with this country.
Seems like one of them, Pops. That, and they're under this mass hysteria. So I'm gonna.
Are you leaving?
No, I don't know. No, I'm here for as long as Jean's here. I'm just here to support. You know, today. I mean, same as yesterday. And again, Ty Decker, Taiho. I help Ben. Yeah, I don't like to be on. I'm too old for this video stuff.
You know, I used to go to some of them because the chemtrails, I believe in that, put a hat on me, whatever, but they're spraying something up there, condensation, just sit up there, planes don't turn off and on, condensation. I think they're messing with our weather, and it's causing, they Agenda 21, you know, and now they got to agenda something else. I think they're taking land from us. I think they sold us out big time.
I could explain that physics of the chemtrails, but I don't want to. I'm not here to. But
No, it's all right.
it works like an air conditioner. It compresses air, and then when they go through pockets of humidity, and then when it compresses, then when it releases, it's really cold, and it turns into ice crystals.
Yeah, but it doesn't change. It's a chemical change up there. Sometimes you see little loops. How do you explain that?
I don't know, but
explain it spreading out where we have no blue sky.
just currents in different layers are active. I don't know. I'm just saying it's. I don't know. My point is, I can just provide a
The only
physics.
reason why I saw it was I was outside when my girls were little. We were at a park and I was watching these planes, and I started, this is not normal. So I started watching and watching and watching. But it was when the internet wasn't. You didn't do YouTube. You just typed. You typed in chat rooms. I don't know. There's no energy.
Hey, do you have a scissors or a knife or something? I just want to cut a thread. Do you have a scissor? I'll just put it. I don't want to create it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. It looks ratty otherwise.
There's nobody here. How come you're not grouped up? Your group is too small to like split apart.
The object isn't necessarily. It's not to create that type of attention. What we're trying to do is we're trying to demonstrate that Google employees are fearful of communicating, and we did that yesterday. Ashton and these guys, I don't know. Everybody does their own little thing. I'm just here to be like you. And I brought a flag, and I said, "You want me to bring a flag?" I said, "I don't want it." You know, it's like, "Oh no, bring it." And I'm like, so I thought there'd be a purpose other than just me being a ornament, you know. So I don't mind carrying the flag. It's just I'd rather talk to people and live stream. I got a live stream. I forgot about that. What's that?
Want me to hold that for you?
If you don't mind, yeah, I got a stand for it too. But it's not big enough because the wind will blow it over. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Is yesterday they did that intentionally to create that environment of fear.
To make us, and then that puts the fear into them.
Right.
Why are they guarding?
Right. And that behavioral science will stay on them whenever they see any other protest. That's that recurring. That's what it's about.
They want to talk, but they can't talk. Like they're being stopped. They're being stopped.
Hi there. Have a day.
And then on top of it, we're being stopped.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can learn spiritual warfare. This is a mind thing that everybody's saying.
It literally is. It literally is behavioral science at play. Who's that?
My neighbor.
What? Oh, because he gets.
I go, yes, well, if you would have told me that you left, I would have let you have it.
How you doing? Have a good day. That's cool. Google is a.
You know what?
Yeah.
They took over the House and the Senate. We're never going to get it back. And I don't know where you moved to. Yeah,
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.